When doing the exercise and watching the instruction video at the same time, it is easy to jump between programs with the Alt-Tab shortcut. Also remember the pause shortcut in YouTube, which is the K key. You can jump 10 seconds either backward or forward with the J and L keys. Welcome to the Adobe Illustrator instructions. Let's start by opening the program. We can close the pop-up that opens by default in Illustrator. Let's start by creating a new document. To do this, click File and New. Let's name the document and set the profile as print and set the size as an A3 with a 3mm bleed. At this point, we should already save the document. Just save it in a place where you can find it later on. It is important to save the project frequently so you don't lose any data if your computer crashes. Also make sure you save the document as an AI file so you can come back to it later if you need to make any changes. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl and S for saving quickly during the exercise. Let's start the actual work by creating layers. Layers are a good way to differentiate created objects in Adobe CC programs such as Illustrator. Let's name the layers accordingly. We will create the background first, so make sure the background layer is selected. Choose the Shape tool from the toolbar located in the left corner and create a rectangle by holding your left mouse button and dragging a rectangle shape over the canvas. Then select the Selection tool and make sure the created rectangle shape is selected by clicking it once. Then double-click on the Fill option located a bit lower on the toolbar. Here you can select the accurate color for the background. Let's make it orange. Remember to click outside the object with the Selection tool, so no objects are mistakenly selected before moving forward. After you have chosen the color, you can make it to a swatch, which makes it easier to locate the same color for later use if needed. Click on the swatches options on the right toolbar and then click New Swatch. This will make a new color swatch of the just created orange. Also, name the swatch. The new swatch will appear in the swatch list a bit lower. Create two new swatches, change the color and name as shown here. After the swatches are made, let's lock the background layer from the Layers option by clicking on the right of the eye icon. After that, choose the Elements layer by clicking it. Create another shape now in the Elements layer by choosing the Shape tool. But click it with your right mouse button so it will open a list of different shapes and choose the rounded rectangle shape. Draw a shape on the lower part of the canvas and change the color of the fill on the upper toolbar. Choose the previously created turquoise swatch. Now change the tool back to the Selection tool and move your mouse close to the upper left corner of the freshly created shape, near the circle in the corner. Make sure that there will appear a curve on the right side of your mouse cursor and then hold your left mouse button down while moving your mouse inwards. Note that if you make a mistake, you can undo your latest step by using the Ctrl and Z shortcut for undo. You can modify a shape by using its anchor points. Right-click on the pen tool to select the anchor point tool. With the anchor point tool, modify the shape as shown in the video. Just click, hold and move the anchor point to adjust the curvature of the shape. Remember to click outside the object with the selection tool, so no objects are mistakenly selected before moving forward. Then we will create a face, and let's choose an ellipse tool under the shape tool for that. But before that, change the color to the previously made orange and take off the stroke. Hold your Alt key while drawing the ellipse, then the center of the ellipse will stay where you originally clicked. When the ellipse is done, select the Direct Select tool and lower the ellipse's uppermost anchor point by dragging it down. Then, let's create a new layer and name it. Select the Ellipse tool again and change the color to white. Make a new ellipse while holding the Shift button down, which makes the ellipse stay in proportion. Remember to click outside the object with the selection tool, so no objects are mistakenly selected before moving forward. Make the eyeballs using the same tools as before. You can select multiple objects by clicking the objects while holding down the Shift key. After this, you can group the objects by right-clicking and choosing Group from the pop-up menu. After that, when you select one of the objects, all of them will select automatically. You can also ungroup them from the same menu. You can duplicate an object by selecting it and dragging it while holding the Alt key. Create the ears by using the previously learned techniques. Now let's draw the nose using the pen tool. Select a brown color for this one. Click on the point you wish to start using the pen and click once to make an anchor point. When you are done drawing the nose, just click Selection tool to end the drawing mode. Now change the color to dark red and use the pen tool to draw the mouth. It might take a few tries. Remember the shortcut for undo, which is Ctrl and Z. Ctrl and Z will go back multiple times. Okay, let's create a speech bubble with the brush tool. Select the brush tool and change the fill color to transparent and the stroke to white. Also, increase the stroke size to 4 points. After that, draw the bubble. After drawing the bubble, you can change the fill afterwards, like shown here. Also right-click the bubble and send it to back, so it won't overlap with the ear. When the face is done, we can lock the layer. Change layer to texts and apply the text. Select the type tool and draw a box on top of the speech bubble. It will automatically put the cursor inside the text box, and you can now change the font and size of the text. If the text is longer than the text box, a small red plus appears on the right side of the text box. You can just drag the box bigger if this happens. When the text is ready, right-click it and select Create Outlines. This will make the text into a shape. After this, you can't edit the text anymore. When you created the shape, ungroup it by right-clicking, so you can move and edit the individual letters. Now you can edit the letters, change the color, shape and rotation. Whatever looks the best for you. When you've done all the changes needed, select all of the letters and group them. Lastly, let's add a few details. Click on the symbol tool and search for a few symbols like shown here. Add symbols to the background layer and to the elements layer. When the work is done, remember to save it as an AI file so you can come back and make changes if needed. Also save it as a PDF file so you can print it later if needed. After completing the work, remember to copy all of the files to your Laurea network drive, so you can access the files later on from any computer in the Laurea network. Just copy and paste the folder to your own network drive.